back here once again, everyone. I don't know who told Disney slash Lucasfilm or whatever that anyone wanted this, that this was a good idea, that people were interested in this. I really don't know who told them that. But they decided to go ahead with this nonsense. And now they're literally sweating buckets as they realize how horrendously bad this idea was. Literally how horrendously bad this idea was. Let's get into this article here from Bumbling Into Comics. Rumor, Indiana Jones 5 test screenings are abysmal, Disney in a panic. Nobody wants an Indiana Jones 5 movie because Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Crystal Skull was not very good at all. People don't want to see Indiana Jones old. They don't want to see that. They know the iconic character for being this badass, young, athletic archaeologist, swashbuckler type. That's what people want. They don't want old Indiana Jones. It just doesn't translate well to anything anyone would actually be interested in seeing. And like I said, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was not exactly what anyone would call the best outing of that franchise ever. So why would you do it again? Well, clearly they just want to cash in on some nostalgia dollars and figure that, people are going to go and see it just because. Let's get into this. A new rumor claims that Indiana Jones 5 test screenings are abysmal and that Disney is in a panic over their poor ratings. Not shocking. The rumor comes from YouTuber Overlord DVD, who claims his Hollywood spies told him, "While we are still digging into this, we feel it's time to bring you up to speed on KK." That's Kathleen Kennedy, because she's the one running this nonsense, and I don't know why they still have that woman on. Look at the mess she made of Star Wars. Look at the absolute mess that she made of Star Wars. To the point where it has become unrecognizable and nobody cares. The people talking and saying that, Andor, the Star Wars series that's going on is really good, but nobody's watching it. I haven't watched it because I am just done with it. Really done with it. I mean, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, was actually pretty interesting and stuff, but I think the character of Andor comes from that, but nobody cares. She destroyed everything about Star Wars, and people don't even want to see it. Obi-Wan was a complete and utter train wreck. Go on there. And Indy 5, allegedly, but we have enough to believe some of this, Indy 5 is bad. I can't wait to see how bad they say this is in this article, but I could already tell you, if it's Kathleen Kennedy, then of course the Force has to go female. That's what she wants. Look at the crap she's done with that Star Wars remake, bringing in Rey, a character nobody liked, nobody's interested in, where instead of cool lightsaber battles that we used to have, she was swinging it around like a mad woman wielding a club. Ugh. Let's go on to this. He continued, "You know this, but we've been told that Disney has test screenings of not one ending but 6 different endings, and not a one can get a good audience score." A little bit later in the video, he shared more of the information he received from his spies. We've been told out of the 6 endings they tested, the best one gets a 35% approval from test audiences. We've been told that Bridge put the hat on in every ending. Yeah, because they're looking to fade, they're looking to change Indiana Jones into a woman. That's what they want. And they wonder why it's failing. That is not who the character is, but you just want to just, female whip anybody into this post. Overlord DVD then clarifies, all my spies actually said was Phoebe Waller-Bridge puts on Indy's hat, takes Indy's whip, and in a brave and stunning display of girl power, here it comes, she becomes the bestest Indy ever. At the end of all 6 versions of the movie, oh Lord, the bestest Indy ever. She's going to be so amazing, so empowered. So fantastic. She's going to be a female Indiana Jones. Nobody wants this shit, but of course, let's do it. People wonder why they ask you feel so badly. I don't know. The YouTuber also asserts that Disney is in panic over the poor test screenings. Well, duh. Come on. Saying Disney is absolutely freaking out about this. They know this movie is going to bomb big time, which is why they've delayed it as long as they have, despite it being finished. Now, a few things here. One, why make it in the first place? Nobody asked for an Indiana Jones 5. You could have just rebooted Indiana Jones and have a different younger actor play Indiana Jones if that's what you wanted. You could have done that, but no. You have to bring back Harrison Ford in the role of Indiana Jones. And Harrison Ford is not a spring chicken anymore. He damaged his foot when they were filming the Star Wars remake, and then during the Indiana Jones 5 when they were making the movie, I believe he damaged his shoulder also, and they had to shut down production for a while and all that thing. I mean, Harrison Ford is injuring himself more on movie sets than he is crashing his plane. Really. It might sound weird, whatever. The honest truth, maybe it's just time. And let's not forget that they have him taking over the role of Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU, right? So that's what they're doing. They decided to kill off Black Panther in Wakanda Forever because they didn't want to, upset the memory of, or they didn't want to step all over the memory of Chadwick Boseman. But the actor who played Thunderbolt Ross, I forget his name, sorry, but he died, and they just want to swap in Harrison Ford there. But now we have the Indiana Jones movie, but they know it's going to bomb horribly, because every woke crap you make, that's what happens to it. And now you're telling us something else. He added, and according to rumors from my Hollywood spies, there is talk that Chapek may decide not to release it and take it right off. Well, that sounds like a good idea. Just scrap the whole damn thing. Or to dump it into Disney Plus, where all good dreams go to die. And hope that enough train wreck rubberneckers will sign up for the Disney Plus service just to take a look out of morbid curiosity. So you basically have two options. One, which sounds the smarter one, dump the whole damn thing, take a tax write-off and move on. It's not going to cost you anything about it. Your company does have billions of dollars. Two, dump it on Disney Plus, where all dreams go to die, and figure that, enough of these rubberneckers who just want to see some Indiana Jones thing will tune in, be so absolutely pissed and upset by the crap that you put out, and they say to themselves, listen, I'm done with Disney, I'm done with Indiana Jones, I'm done with anything connected to Disney, whether it be Marvel or whatever, and I'm just going to walk away, whereby you lose thousands of potential fans. Yeah, it sounds like a real toss-up there. The latest rumor comes on the back of a rumor from June 2021 where Overlord DVD indicated that Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character would replace Indiana Jones. Gee, I wonder why that's going to fail. In that video, he explained two endings are supposedly being considered in this script. I guess they've been written, and they are going to shoot both of them. Both endings allegedly have old Indiana Jones dying at the end of this movie. Yeah, that's what other people want to see. Their favorite archaeological action star dying, so he could hand over the reins to some unknown woman who's going to be the bestest ever. But in one of the end of the rumored endings, young Indiana Jones dies alongside old Indiana Jones. So some kind of weird, freaky time travel shit going on up there. And Phoebe Waller-Bridge swoops in like a vulture, picks the hat up, and takes his place moving forward. Am I the only one who's hoping this is a joke at this point? I mean, maybe, what if I'm the only one? That rumor appeared to be confirmed by the Daily Mail when their show business editor Katie Hine reported in September 2021, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is being tipped to replace the veteran actor as a female version of the fictional professor of archaeology in the adventure movie franchise. One anonymous source told Hine about the rumor it would be a huge statement and a great role for Phoebe, says who. Another source stated the gossip on the set is that this character will slot into the leading role. Look, I'm not even going to go through the rest of this. Apparently, she's been in some we call Fleabag and in Solo, a Star Wars story. Didn't even watch it. Could care less. I'm just saying this is stupid. There's no other way to even adequately put that this is just stupid. Absolutely stupid. Nobody wants an Indiana Jones 5 movie. Harrison Ford has reached the age now where you shouldn't even be playing that role anymore. You could have just rebooted it and put a new actor in to play Indiana Jones, but no, you saw one, and this is what people are seeing this and getting so sick of it in these movies, where they bring in these veteran actors and actresses just to hand off the role to their better female version, and then tell them, you are going to be so much better than I ever could be, and then you go on to make these terrible movies. I mean, if you just look at, let's say, Star Wars, for instance, which Kathleen Kennedy has managed to kill, of course, but again, you look at Star Wars, for instance, Luke Skywalker was not the Luke Skywalker anybody wanted in that movie, anybody remembered. He was drinking milk from some animal on some planet. He was living on some island. He was depressed and all sorts of this, and he even tried to murder his nephew for no apparent reason and all of this nonsense. And people tuned into it because they wanted to see, the original actors. What did we get instead? Some terrible story. They brought in Rey, a character that I've just never understood why that person even needs to exist. I saw the first movie that they did, part of the second one, and then I was out. No more. It was terrible. But they've learned nothing from that. And they want to use nostalgia to do these nonsense. Nobody wants a female Indiana Jones. You could just make a character and have her do something else. No. People want Indiana Jones. They want their character. They want their action star. And when you see an old Indiana Jones, nobody's going to really want to see that. People know this character as being this tough archaeological explorer fighter. In the first movie, had him literally running from native and then having to swim across the river and then getting to a seaplane and take off. It's that kind of action and all of this that makes people interested in the character. Are you doing that? No. All you're saying is, listen, we're just going to swap in old Harrison Ford Indiana Jones for the bestest female version of Indy ever, because since she's a woman, she has to be 1,000,000 times better than him. Why do you all hate everything that your characters could possibly do so? I really don't understand. I really don't seem to get what you're doing with this. Nobody asked for this, nobody wants this, and Disney should be in a panic because it sounds like total trash. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell, be notified every time I put out a new video, and I shall see you all next time. Take care.